When people enter treatment for chemical dependency, whether it's alcoholism or drug addiction, they're usually encouraged to get involved with a 12-step program. Now, part of being involved with the 12-step program is finding a sponsor. A sponsor is a person who's worked the 12 steps in their own life and can show the newcomer the way. Finding a sponsor isn't rocket science. You just have to find the courage within yourself to reach out and ask another human being for help. That being said, there are a few things that I've learned along the way that can help make that process a little easier. First off, when you get out of treatment and you're out looking for a sponsor, one of the easiest things to do is to get a local meeting list. They usually have pamphlets at all your meetings, and it'll explain where all the meetings are in your local area. Make it a fun thing. Make it a project for yourself to visit all the meetings that you have available to you. It'll be like a road trip. Now, you're going to find along the way that there's going to be a handful of meetings that you really absolutely love. There's also going to be a handful of meetings that you really don't care too much for at all. Most meetings, however, will be somewhere in between. Of the meetings that you love, I guarantee you there's going to be one that for some inexplicable reason feels like home as soon as you walk in the door. You're going to feel like you've known these people all your life even though you've just met them. This is your home group. It picks you. One of the reasons that this is so is because there's probably a lot of long-time sobriety in that room. If you listen carefully during the meeting, you'll probably catch yourself thinking, if I can stay sober long enough, I'd like to be just like that man or that woman. This is a prospect for a sponsor. It says in our basic text that if you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, well, if you want what this person's got and you're willing to do what they tell you, ask them. They'll help you. Another way to help get a sponsor is to make sure that you always show up for meetings 15 minutes early. Now, if you show up 15 or 20 minutes early to a meeting, there's only going to be a handful of people there. These are going to be the people that are setting up tables and chairs, making coffee, putting out snacks, whatever. Well, just step in there, roll up your sleeves, and start setting up tables and chairs right along with them. I guarantee they'll introduce themselves. They'll tell you what their names are, they'll ask you your name, and automatically you'll have a whole new circle of friends in the 12-step program. These are some very important people as well, because the more serious people are the ones who show up early. These are the ones who are there early because they're hoping that you'll be there early. There's a good chance that of all the people at that particular meeting, the ones who show up early are the ones who are successfully sponsoring other people, and probably the ones who are chairing most of the meetings. They're going to help you. All you have to do is ask. One good thing is that if you show up early and you do help out and you meet all these important people, there's a good chance that they're going to see that you're very serious about your program, and one of them is going to adopt you. Then you won't even have to ask. You'll just have a sponsor. This happens more often than not. Sometimes when we're meeting new people in the rooms, we'll run into somebody that's got really powerful sobriety that we really admire and we'd like to have for ourselves, but the person has only got 1 or 2 years of sobriety. They're fairly young in the program. We still think, however, that if this person's got such good sobriety, they'd be a perfect sponsor for me. Well, here's a little hint. If you really admire this person's sobriety, find out where they got it. Ask them who their sponsor is. That's what you need to find. You'll probably be able to go to this person and get them to either sponsor or co-sponsor you with this person. I hope none of what I've told you today looks like I'm stepping on the toes of either NA or AA, but I am in the 12-step program myself, and I've learned a few things along the way. So if any of these suggestions help, then God bless and good luck in your program.